big tours, we have a lot of people. We get 30-some people. We worry people will leave their purses or get snagged on things.
Yeah, it gets crowded. Yeah.
But for cameras and for medicine, it's not a problem. So there's that pit I was talking about. And you can see it's a bad example because it's mostly filled in. You know, the pit would have been up to about the sidewalk here. Good example, if you get a chance, far into the parking lot, right-hand corner, just up the boardwalk a little bit. You can really see what one of the pits looked like when the miners were coming. But these pits were started, and then we started sinking shafts next to them when we converted to underground mining. So we end up using this shaft, number 8, for everything. After we get electricity, we're down about below level 17. But we have 16 shafts in our history on the site. So as these shafts were sunk next to the pits, they're connected up from the bottom of the pit to get the remaining ore out. Since our rock stays open, those pits are literally connected to the underground workings, and the levels are interconnected. There's old shafts where that fence pumps out there. There's a shaft right there. It's open. Just a hole. All our shafts are fenced off, but
they're still open though, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Bats can come in and out, and we don't want people to go in there, but the air can get in there too.
Okay.
So all these connections creates this great air circulation system that wasn't by design, but just happened.
Nice.
So that pit down by the end of the parking lot up the boardwalk there, in the middle of June, there's still snow visible down there. So it's cold. Cold there sinks, makes its way down, all the way down to level 27. When we get down there, get on the train, you'll feel a breeze coming out of the drift. And it's a natural flow. It flows through there, comes right back up here.
Okay.
And the whole process takes less than an hour. So these guys had good airflow, strong rock, and then the rock's so tight, water has a difficult time getting down there. So it's very dry too. So it makes it comfortable for us, and it's safer for the miners. And I think we're good to go. Yep. Come on in, folks. Imagine putting 18 guys in here.
Oh my goodness.
It'd be a whole different feeling, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And if you want to be closer to the window, just come on up.
Yeah, this is fine. Getting a little bit of documentary video.
So we're going to stop just a bit. The two come on or just one?
On 2 decks, so we'll stop twice.
So we have our double deck cage. We're loaded. We told them we're ready to go. Now he's lined up. The cage is down below. One comes up as one goes down. So they're going to load up their 2 decks, and then we'll take off and get moving. When we do, it'll be about 2.5 minutes. We go at about 11 miles an hour, but I was telling kids it seems like about 1,100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Seems a lot faster. So we'll shine a light up front. We don't see a lot of detail, but you start to see dark areas go by. That's the old levels from the old days. 2 with lights, that's our pumping stations. So like I said, this is shaft 8, it's in the middle of the property, so ultimately it became the choice. Once we got electricity coming in from the utility company, we were comfortable working out of a central operation, having electric trains. We were able to do that. And again, it's about below level 17, starting in the 20s. So everything's upgraded and designed to never be down, to never fail. Because if you're down, you're not getting ore out, you're out of business.
Yeah.
So that's how we still maintain things.
I see we stopped once after coming down, but then we started and then stopped again.
Correct.
What's going on with that?
We have double deck cages.
Yeah.
So there's a group that's done with their tour, so they loaded them into 2 different levels.
Oh, I
We
see.
stopped and loaded one group, stopped and loaded the second half of their group.
Oh,
Now
okay.
they signaled they're ready, and now we'll take it off. We only loaded one deck because we only had 2 people.
Got a much bigger crowd down there.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess we could have split you in half and put some of you right up here above our head if we wanted.
Not our fault.
I don't blame you.
That's exhilarating for sure.
Okay?
Okay.
So as we visit, a couple things to keep in mind. This is level 27. It's our lowest level. So this is developed in the 1950s. As I mentioned, it's all hard rock. There's no soft material at all in this mine. Anything that looks like it's softer like the floor, it's stuff we brought in to level things or to make it more comfortable for the visitors. So they're sinking that shaft 100 feet at a time and then 200. You realize how strong the rock was. So after level 23, it's 25, 27. So once they get to this 200 foot from the level above, this is all solid rock. You have to start blasting out this space. This is called shaft station. It's wider here. Cars come in from the east and the west. And so when we start, one crew's going to head this way to the east, because there's ore up there, and to the west. We'll go to the west on our ride. The rock surrounding us here is not the iron ore. This is what we call Ely greenstone. It's similarly strong, but it's actually, we'll show you some samples. It's much less dense than the ore, so it's easy to work with. When we do this kind of work, we'll do it in the greenstone. The old system is got old power connectors, this overhead line. We had an overhead trolley DC power line. That's how we ran that. This is, here's in a glance at we're here, and we'll be traveling out here, drift. And these are all drill holes. So as they're going, they're drilling out core samples, looking for the ore. They're also drilling down, looking for ore for the next planned level, which is B29. So we have to drill and blast and move rocks. It doesn't matter what our technology is, those three steps are what we have to do. Now, by this level, we're taking about a 10 by 10 area, putting 18 to 24 holes in with the drills and blasting that. And that's going to take a few days to just go 10 feet. But in those early days when the drills aren't as good, the technology is different, it might take a week or two just to go 10 feet. So it's the other thing to realize in this mine, it's slow going, it's a very expensive way to mine. When we close, our expenses are around $10 a ton, where on the Mesabi, it's $3, $4 a ton.
What does it sell for?
It's going to sell for just over that. So $10 a ton cost, maybe they're selling for 12 a ton. Okay, so this is a specialty ore. You can see the difference in price. There's no way we would have kept mining, except that the unique nature of this pure iron ore. We'll talk about it. Follow me this way. So the big type is compressed air, the smaller rusty one would have been water. We did run water to the pits. We're going to come sit there. This is the old.
This is a great spot to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the old phone, the old pager.
Oh my.
Oh, like old phone?
Old to talk to the engine house. We have our modern one now.
Look at the wood too. I mean, these are all beautiful wood planks.
I heard that this came from
Upper levels.
upper level.
Yeah. And they brought it down. I think it might have been cut out. I heard maybe would have been one of the first lunchroom tables, so 1880s, 1890s.
What's that
And
old?
then, yeah, and then brought down here.
So you see they just make an area, again, drilling and blasting. So this would have taken, you know, two or three different blasts probably. Take them a few weeks just to make this crosscut. This was made specifically just to be a lunchroom. You see pictures of lunchrooms in other underground mines. They look more finished with the wood on the walls and stuff. And that's because those mines, again, had soft material. Everything had to be shored up. So, and it varies so much, but in some cases they would create that space, put up timbers, and then again they would line the inside to keep dirt from falling in on their lunchtime. I've also seen some pictures where they opened a bigger space But because of the methods they used where they would cave rock back down, they actually created the drift in some of these areas, like they were building a building inside a warehouse,
Yeah.
knowing that they'd be filling in all around that. So here it's just rock. And the only reason we have the screening, that's actually from modern times. We had physics labs down here. They quit this
Are they
experiment.
still down here?
The space is, the experiments are done. So those are just the other side of this wall. One built in the 1980s, one in the 1990s, and while they were blasting there, they'd blast at night and we'd give tours during the day. They didn't want any rock to come down on the train or the people. Well, so 5 years of blasting, literally 80 feet away. You can find a half a dozen rocks that came down,
Oh,
small ones.
Yeah.
So real strong. So we won't see this anywhere else. Sometimes in here, there's no iron ore deposits right in this area, but occasionally I can see a sparkle or two, but I don't know. It's really just
Yeah, right here.
Right there. Okay, there you go.
oh yeah.
You see a little bit of,
There's a small amount of iron in there, but not enough to...
not enough, yeah. So this might be, is there jasper in there, or is there just?
Yeah, this is the jasper, and then you've got the small little chunks
Yeah.
of iron.
So the three main rock formations we have is the iron ore itself, and where we're going to go, it's huge deposits of it, huge lenses. The greenstone is on all sides and in between, and then something called banded iron formation, which is a jasper and iron ore intermixed, and that's what we have here.
Yeah, this is just hard to see the bands because
Yep.
it's... Yeah.
But you're not going to get that ore out that's mixed in, so. The deposit nearest the shaft ran out a couple levels up, so we're going to actually go out about halfway before we contact iron ore. But it's worth it, because the deposits are good for a good size. Any questions at this point, guys?
Well, you're doing a good job of answering them before I.
You want to drive? Yep.
Yeah, I can drive.
Yeah,
No big deal.
just stop right under, stop, I'll ride with them up front.
Yeah.
Stop right under the red light there.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Here, I can open up this
So-
side and make it easier for
We're
you.
gonna ride this one.
Yeah.
If you two will sit on the left, I'll sit.
Sitting in?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's okay.
Yep.
We'll sit across from you.
Okay, I'm
Sit here. And we can visit some too. That's okay. Gotta make sure we don't stick anything above our hard hats though on the ride, or out of these fences. Stuff comes in kind of close, so. So we have the compressed air and the water line, the